Does concrete absorb odors, or can concrete absorb odors? And I have anecdotal evidence that proves yes, it does. So I once moved into a new place, and this place had an all concrete, it was like a concrete condominium building, and the bathroom was entirely concrete. And everything looked great. It was a fantastic place. And the day I took my first shower, I learned that the previous tenant used to chain smoke in that bathroom, because the second that room got wet, and there's nothing in there except porcelain and concrete, absolutely nothing else. But the moment it got wet from the steam from the shower, it smelled like 1,000 cigarette butts. You could run your finger down the wall and it smelled like cigarettes. So what the heck? Why did that happen? And why was it so hard to clean and remediate that problem? It all boils down to the fact that concrete is a porous substance. You don't really think about it being porous because it's super hard and you can make buildings and ships and pools out of concrete. But the reality is that it is porous. If you were to take a cup of water and go in front of your home and pour the water on the sidewalk in front of your home, what happens to the water? The concrete just drinks it all up, because the concrete essentially is a sponge. So concrete is a porous substance. What happens if you put something on concrete that doesn't smell good, like pet urine, for example? That's a big problem for concrete, because there's actually a number of things going on here that's going to actually be detrimental physically to the concrete itself. But over and above that, it's going to absorb the pet urine, and you can clean it superficially, but it's very hard for you to pull that moisture back out of the concrete. So it grabs and it holds these liquids and ultimately smells. And there's not really any appreciable way. You can power wash, you can scrub it, you can use OxyClean, you can use all these other things, but it's still holding this gross, stinky moisture in there. And just to tell you, like, how you would solve that, you would use something that's absorbent. I would cover that stain with something that's absorbent to really pull that, out of there. Some vermiculite, some kitty litter, some sawdust, something like that, to really pull that moisture out of there. And it's probably still not good enough. And then I might explore adding something to help break up that moisture that's in there. I might add more moisture. I might use soapy water. More likely, I'm going to use some sort of degreaser product, whether a commercially available degreaser like Simple Green, that's a commonly used household product, which is a degreaser, or you could explore something like Varsol. Something like that is going to really help to break down the acids in the urea and help to remove that, because you would put this liquid Varsol product on there, let it absorb into the surface just like the stain did initially, and then we're going to put that kitty litter or vermiculite or sawdust or something over there and help pull all that moisture back up out of there. But this time we're pulling a bunch of that nasty stuff along with it, and with any luck, through a process like that, you can strip away some of the odors, because concrete is absorbent and it definitely absorbs odors. If you found this information helpful, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you're going to learn a ton about how to work with concrete.